sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Back at Dakota Arena, game number 2 in the Tradition Holiday Classic. It pits the Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders to our right in the white uniforms with a record of 3-3, taking on the Chaska Hawks, who are taking their lumps but building right now with a record of 1-6 under Ryan Ciro, the new coach for Chaska. As we are ready to get underway, Raiders will work right to left in the first period. A goaltender, Owen Nelson, making his third appearance in goal for Cretin-Derham Hall, has 1 win, no losses, 4 goals on 20 shots, a 2.66 goals against average, and an 80% save percentage. For Chaska, it's Tyler Nessheim, 1-4, 23 goals on 197 shots, goals against 4.62, 88.3 save percentage, and their 1 win this year was by shutout as the play comes into the zone offside. And since we're talking about it, let's take a look at that Chaska team, and its win was 9-0 at Austin on December the 9th. They've lost 3 before that, and they lost 3 after that. But they played Benilde, Prior Lake, and Edina in those 3 games. They scored a total of 2 goals in those 3 contests. And the play is in the Raiders zone from the face-off. And they start out. Aiden Siegfried playing it ahead and over the line with some speed is Max Anderson. And here's a shot that goes wide. It's odd to look at 19 on the Cretin-Derham Hall roster and not see Fisher attached to it, as the puck is played all the way down the ice. And the Raiders will set up behind their goal. Now a pass to the near side, past Owens, winds up was that a hand pass? Yes, they said that it was, and we'll go all the way back in the Raiders zone or the face-off. Cretin-Derham Hall on the season has more or less alternated wins and losses. They did get 2 in a row on the good side just before Christmas at Forest Lake and Mounds View, but then lost to St. Thomas Academy 4-3 last Friday night at Aldrich. And that has them back at 3-3. They've played not a bad schedule. Hermantown, White Bear Lake, and St. Thomas Academy are their lot, and Nelson sticks it over the top of the net. Now up the near boards, the Raiders will pick it up. And they bank it ahead. Here's Marcus Matthias, 20, reaching for it, and it's going to be icing. And we'll go all the way back. A little bit of a sputtery start to this game, 59 seconds in. And we'll get a face-off back to the left of Raiders goaltender Owen Nelson. Second game out of 4 today, and from the face-off, it's Charlie Engstrom picking it up and playing it up the middle. They can't get it out of the zone. Turnover low, and the Hawks pick it up. Soderstrom can't get into shooting position, and the puck is now picked up by Matthias. And here comes Cretin-Derham Hall. A pass over for Lepai that doesn't hook up. Only Lepai now, Vezi Lepai, number 25. Of course, Attila Lepai, a nose for the net goal scorer for this team, and then a couple of big senior classes left Cretin-Derham Hall, and now they're trying to find their way back as a shot winds up on goal, and a save made by Nelson. Back to the length of the ice it comes, and that'll be icing against, we're going to get a penalty called here, interference. And it is going to put Chaska on the power play. And in the penalty box is Lepai. Time of the penalty is 1:42. And it's a power play for Chaska, which so far has scored 3 goals on 16 power plays this season. That works out to 18.8. Cretin-Derham Hall has killed 19 out of 24 at 79.2. And the puck is cleared all the way down the ice by the Raiders from the faceoff. And back behind the goal for Chaska is Severson. 5 points on the season. Ties him with Tyler Schmieg is the second leading scorer on this team as the Raiders pick up the puck and put it all the way down the ice. Chaska's scored 19 goals in its 7 games, so scoring totals still aren't up there yet. Now it comes down the near side, and it's played rink wide into the zone, and then finally down by Chaska's 13, Dylan Rucker. Now winds up in the left corner, and the Raiders will play it out to center. Severson now lost it in the center circle, and here comes Max Anderson, and then he is in turn dispossessed and carrying in Easton Swift, but not for long, and he drops it back. Puck now cleared all the way down the ice, down to 50 seconds remaining in the Chaska power play. Severson behind the goal, being harassed there by Easton Swift, as the puck comes down the near wing, and finally over the line they come. A little saucer pass, and they couldn't get it to settle down. Calvin Noha, Ty Smith. And now here's a centering pass kicked all the way back into the Chaska zone. 27 in the power play. Time for one more rush. As here is Kolasar behind the goal. Throws it up the middle, and it's picked off. Poke checked away, but carrying on for Cretin is Sean Newton, and he plays it back down behind the net. Should just about do it for this first power play of the game. And picking his way out now is Soderstrom at center. 2 seconds to go on the penalty. One, it's over, and Cretin-Derham Hall is now at full strength, and it runs to the point. Here's a drive, deflected right on, and a good save. Shot taken by Kolazar, tipped by Ryder Herman in front. And now here comes Cretin-Derham Hall back, and 2 players stretch for the puck, and neither one of them can reach it. And here comes Chaska back down the near side. It's played ahead by Donovan Madsen, and it goes back behind the Raiders' goal. 12:50 to go. Banked off the wall to center ice and played in by Cam Audrey. Now a centering pass comes all the way through, and Audrey follows it to the half boards. Now it's loose. And Chaska trying to pick it up in their own zone. Behind the goal, that's 57, Lorenzo Pekarik. And it's pinned against the post by Nesheim, and we'll get a face-off in the Chaska zone. 4.5 minutes into the first period. We have no score here from Dakota Arena. The longtime host of this event, and we're always happy to come out here and watch the teams go by. From the draw, out to center and played back by Luke Charlton for Cretin-Derham Hall. Has to chase back after it. Deep in the zone. Penalty is coming. And Chaska's going to get another penalty, or a power play rather. That one's going to be a straight rough. And it's going to go against Easton Swift. So Cretin-Derham Hall gets a second power play here in the first period. And now the puck loose on the half wall. Chaska will dig it out. From the point, they had a little backdoor play set up. That didn't work out as Rucker was looking to tip a point shot home from Severson. And now here comes Owens back for Cretin-Derham Hall. Chuck Owens, backhanded centering pass, and that is taken behind the net by Dodig. And now they will vacate and steal the puck. A nice play again, as Owens winds up putting it down deep. Finally controlled by Ryan Jurley for Chaska. And now here's Severson. Swings past one, comes over the line, still in control. Had two players in front, but the puck bouncing, laying there, and a chance for Severson, and he puts it to the left of the goal, and it's cleared all the way down the ice. Now Severson back in the corner. Plays it ahead. Soderstrom back out to center, and it's shot right back in by Phoenix Cahill for Cretin-Derham Hall. 29 seconds in the power play. Puck dribbles towards the front of the net where it's picked up by Severson, and he feeds the left. And Chaska will break the line, and they're offside. It's that last step by Kolasar, one of putting his wings offside. And we'll get a face-off at neutral ice with 10:38 to go in the first period. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Jeff Papis, my name. Glad to be with you, despite how I sound today. Is day one of the tradition event, always a fun event. Now it's cleared all the way down the ice from the face-off. And back behind the goal, set up by Nesheim. And now it comes loose, and coming to the left edge. And unable to make anything happen there was Lepai. And now out to center. Here comes Engstrom. We'll check that as Soderstrom, as Cretin-Derham Hall comes back to full strength. Now back in the left corner, controlled by Andy Brown. He's around on the far side. Now Lepai. It's too far for him, and it comes all the way back into the Chaska zone for an icing call with 10:05 to go in period number one. Still to come in the evening section, the St. Thomas Academy taking on Prior Lake. And then the late game tonight, Edina versus Moorhead. Now bag tie in the air and into the bench. Faceoff comes back in the Raiders zone to the right of Nelson. 16 saves on 20 shots coming into this game for Nelson this season. As the backup to Leo Miller. Now the Raiders come out, and it's Lepai over the line. Swings around behind the net, banks it off the boards. One-timer from the point is deflected behind the net after a shot taken there by Aiden Siegfried. Now out to center, Siegfried down with a glove, but then lost it as he was stripped from behind by Jurley, and now he plays it back out to center. Chaska will carry over the line while they are changing, and now from his seat of his breezers, Smith tries to center, and then he winds up in the corner underneath the puck, or over the puck. It's underneath him. And finally it's dug out along the near boards. And out to center, finally picked up there by Matus for Cretin-Derham Hall. Siegfried over the line. Closes, shoots. Save made by Nesheim against the post, and the rebound is cleared all the way back. And the Raiders will control with Dodig. And then he lost it in front of the goal, a race for it. And it's poked off to the boards, finally controlled by the Raiders' Cahill. Just to clear up the near side, and finally it goes back down the wall, and Dodig will take it behind his net. Halfway through the first period, no score. Pass out to center ice is picked up, and now the Raiders will carry over the line and with some speed trying to center it. And that was Newton that didn't come into anything, and now Swinging around behind the net. Here's a shot right on, and a save made by Nessheim off Bennett. That might have caught him in the mask. Here's a shot that goes over the top of the goal from the right point, and it comes back out to center, and Cahill plays it up the near wing, and then it's played back in by Bennett as Cretin-Derham Hall gets a change. 7:50 to go in the first period, and it's controlled finally by Cam Autry behind the net, and he finally goes into check in the corner. Puck comes loose along the goal line, and now Cretin-Derham Hall will work the perimeter. Owens plays it back down the wall, a little bit too far for Autry. They'll try again, and they've got two behind the net. Now Autry does pick it up. He takes a shot, and a save made by Nessheim. And that will be a stoppage in play with 7:26 left in the first period. Shots are 3-2 for Cretin-Derham Hall in this game. Cretin-Derham Hall will play Prior Lake tomorrow and Edina on Friday. Chaska will play Lakeville North tomorrow and then Eden Prairie in their last game. Now, play is behind the Chaska net. Owens. And then he left it there and wound up in traffic, finally picked up by Chaska, and they will start down the near wing. Soderstrom tried to throw it towards the net. Rebound off the end boards, but that was a close one, as Mason Gutowski had gone behind the goal, and the puck was laying there at the left post instead. Now played towards the right point, players from both teams on the wall, and then it's backhanded in finally by Gutowski. And Cretin-Derham Hall will control behind its net. And they work out at the blue line. That is broken up by Soderstrom, excuse me. He plays it all the way down the ice. And a long lob pass at center, bounces once and twice, and it's offside. So we'll get actually going to take it all the way down the ice. It's more than an offside. And it'll be, looks like Tom Brammer, I think it's 45. He's got a tucked in jersey, I'm not sure. It could be Smith, maybe more likely Smith. And loose on the wall, and it is Smith, as the puck is finally picked up and carried out to center by Cretin-Derham Hall's Dodig. Lost it in the center circle, and Chaska comes back. Schmieg then lost possession to Lepai, who will carry over the line for the Raiders. And now closing in, Charlton goes behind the net, plays it around to the far side. Centering pass blocked, and comes out to center. Dodig will break that up, and I'll bring it back in over the line on the left. Dodig centers from a sharp angle. Here's a follow-up shot, and what a placement that was from Nate Charlton, who beat Nessheim over his shoulder, and it's 1-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. Charlton's third, and it comes at 11:26. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Raiders. So we'll wait for the announcement. 1-0 Raiders.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal from number 4, Nate Charlton. Assist to number 24, Jimmy Dodig. That's Charlton from Dodig.
Single assist to Dodig. And now here's a shot that changes direction on the way to the net, and a follow-up. Loose in front is the original shot from Charlie Engstrom. Now, a good shot from the slot by Chuck Owens, and that's turned away with a pad by Nessheim. Now back in. And I'll play back into the Cretin-Derham Hall zone. We'll go the length, but not far enough for icing. And now controlled by, Cahill wound up letting Engstrom come through with the puck behind the net. Back for Cahill. 4:35 to go in the first period. It's 1-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. Here's Owens at center. Hits the line, leaves a drop pass. Bennett shooting, save made, rebound is laying there in the slot. And it's picked up finally. We're going to get a whistle as we have Owens tangled up with the goaltender, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. And with 4:23 left in the first period, we will get a face-off to the right of Nesheim's goal.
You can take these.
Back now as I have some medication, which really makes me feel good, even though I haven't taken it yet. And now it's played all the way down the ice. And going back for it for Cretin-Derham Hall is Charlton. Luke and Nate, of course. Nate Charlton with a goal for Cretin-Derham Hall. Now it's loose at the right edge, and Chaska will pick it up and lug it back out to center ice. 3.5 minutes to go as Severson tried to play it in, and now it winds up back behind the net in the possession of Cretin-Derham Hall. Now a steal in front of the goal, and now here's Smith trying to break in, and he is knocked into the wall from behind. A centering pass comes right up the slot and back out to Severson at the right point. Cross-ice pass, and a shot winds up going behind the net. That off the stick of Schmieg. Now loose in front again, and it winds up the slot. And that is blocked as Nahan tried to play it ahead, and it winds up going all the way down the ice. Icing on the Raiders with 2:49 to go in the first. Shots are still 7-2, but Chaska getting decent opportunities on that last sequence. From the face-off play on the wall. And Chaska will center the puck. It comes up the slot, and Kolasar takes a shot that's gloved and held by Nelson with 2:37 left. From the draw, Chaska trying to pull it in front without success. And now controlled by Max Anderson, who's over the line, takes the shot, pad save, rebound, score, Easton Swift. And it is 2-0 Cretin-Derham Hall, Swift's third goal of the season. Anderson took the initial shot, will get one assist. And it comes at 14 minutes and 33 seconds. And we'll see if there is a second assist.
Cretin-Derham Hall goals for number 9, Easton Swift. Assist number 19, Max Anderson. The number 14, Phoenix Cahill.
And they did give Cahill an assist on that as well.
Time of the goal, 14:33.
And it's 14:33 the time of the goal. 2-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. And the play is in the corner. Noha trying to dig it out and does. Engstrom plays it over to the right point. Here's a shot right on, save made, and the follow-up is directed right into him as well by Easton Swift, who was looking for a couple of goals on the same shift here with 1:55 to play in period number 1. Face off to the left of the goal. Picked up now behind the net by Chaska's Severson, and off the wall it comes. Played to center and knocked out of the air by Cretin-Derham Hall's Matthias. Now they start up on the far side and shoot it in from their own side of center ice. Oh, they wave off icing there. It was iffy as Lepai goes after it in the corner. Now played ahead, and the Raiders will hold the zone. A centering pass. Charlton lets it go through. Backhanded shot. They score. And it's Matthias scoring his third goal of the season. It's 3-0. There's nobody there to pick up that rebound in front of the goal, and Marcus Matthias has made it 3-0 for Cretin-Derham Hall at 15:37. Well, they went 11 minutes without scoring, but then the Raiders score 3 times in just over 4 minutes.
Marcus Matthias. Assist number 27, Luke Charlton.
Luke Charlton gets the only assist, and now played into the Cretin-Derham Hall zone with 1:08 to go in the first period. And they lead at 3-0. Played around on the far side. In the Raiders zone, Charlton chasing after. That's Nate. Now, last minute of play in the period, Smith trying to play it ahead and winds up putting it into a crowd. It goes behind the goal. Severson after it, and he will bank it forward, but not out. Severson again in front of the net. Now takes off down the left. Clears the zone, and then lost the puck. And now they come back in with a 2-on-1. And here comes Nate Charlton. The defense comes back and covers up, and is now played around the goal to the far side. And Siegfried steps around a man. He goes to his knees, gets back up, shoots, and that winds up going wide to the near side. Now played down, and here's King for Cretin-Derham Hall trying to turn there, and then lost the puck. Pekarik behind the goal. He in turn is out-muscled, centered, wide open, and a chance there as Cloak shot wide, and it's shot all the way down the ice. It'll come right onto the goaltender with 2 seconds to go, and that's where the first period will come to an end. So Cretin-Derham Hall starts late, but winds up doing just fine for themselves as they score 3 goals in the first period and outshoot Chaska by 13-3. Nate Charlton at 11:26. And then it was Easton Swift at 14:33 from Anderson and Nate Charlton, and then Marcus Matthias scoring at 15:37 with an assist to Luke Charlton, and that is it after 1. 3-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. This is the Tradition Holiday Classic on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, three generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, three generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, three generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half-pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Back at Dakota Arena as we prepare for the second period. It's 3-0. Cretin-Derham Hall leading Chaska. Nate Charlton, Swift, and Matthias have their goals. And they outshot the Hawks 13-3 in the first. Teams change ends. Second period, no one in the penalty box. Teams attack towards their benches. So Cretin-Derham Hall works left to right as we call this second period for you. Jeff Pappas with you from Dakota. Now banked off the wall from center, and Chaska will play it into the zone. From the face-off, going after it for Cretin-Derham Hall. Dodig behind the net, trying to fend off a man with his arm. Winds up stopping and going back behind the net. And now a steal. It's some nice work there on the forecheck by Schmieg. And he can't bring it to the shooting position. And now behind the net, Owens has to come all the way back behind the net for it as the centerman. Now down the wing, here they come. This is Siegfried over the line. Shoots and he puts it through, comes to the far side, and a long rebound will carry out. Here's Chaska, Donovan Madsen, and they finally get to him along the boards, but he shakes free. Oh, he centers it. A great chance there for Ty Smith, and he couldn't get his stick on it. Now the puck played back, and here's Owens on a 2-on-1. He takes the shot, and that's stopped by Nesheim, and we get a face-off with 16:08 to go and some wide open stuff. And Ty Smith with a terrific chance, as Schmieg did a lot of good work along the boards and up front on the forecheck to force the turnover, and then he put it right through, and Smith wasn't able to make contact. So Nate Charlton dismissed from the faceoff, and Lepai will come in and draw. And it's played back behind the net where it's controlled by Kolesar. Feeds, and it's going to get up the middle and out to center. Worst part about it was that was Chaska's best chance of the game and doesn't even get a shot on goal, as it turns out. And now played out to center ice. And that's blocked. And over the line. Here comes Matthias, takes a shot. Save made by Nesheim off to the far boards. And now they'll work in from the point. Here's a shot and a glove catch off Engstrom. Face off now, 15:37 to go. You are coming now. Cleared around, and it hits the back of the net on the way to the near boards. And they will dig it out. Cretin will. Autry feeds the circle. And that doesn't connect. Now finally picked up, and a centering pass in front is on the wrong side of Newton. And they'll hold the zone, though, with Cretin-Derham Hall. And now back behind the goal in the corner. We'll rumble for it there. And here's Pekarik feeding it up the wall. and he's not able to play it past Engstrom. Pekarik again. That's his second try. He's knocked in against the wall, and finally he'll get some help from his friends, and the puck will come on out to center ice. And here comes Soderstrom over the line, and that shot climbed up the equipment there of Phoenix Cahill and came to rest. Now, puck behind the goal. And out to center it comes, and here is Bennett over the line. Bennett closing, shooting, and he missed wide to the near post. Comes to the left point. And Chaska trying to do something that will slow the momentum. And finally they backhand it all the way down the ice, and they get an icing call. So that's one way to do it. 14:20 to go in the second period. 3-0 the score, Nate Charlton, Swift, and Matthias are the goal scorers. Coming up tonight again, St. Thomas Academy versus Prior Lake. This is game number 3, and then the game number 4 is Edina and Moorhead to close us out. Now played around on the near side. And finally, played past Luke Charlton the length of the ice, and that'll be another icing call. Shaves a few seconds off the clock, leaves us at 14:05. Minnetonka allowed the first goal against Rogers today, came back with the next 4. Now the puck comes out to center, and Luke Charlton will backhand into his zone. Now plays out to neutral ice, and Cretin-Derham Hall comes back into attack. They're over the line, and that's stolen away. Finally picked up by Colton Kinnaman, 36, and then he loses out to Nate Charlton over the line. Now centering pass is blocked by Severson. He clears but not out, held by Brown. And now Brown whistles a shot, and a glove catch made there by Nessheim. We're going to get another draw in the Chaska zone. 3:20 gone in the second period. Cloquet Esco Carleton winning today 5-2 over Apple Valley Burnsville in the Heritage Tournament up in Duluth. Lumberjacks ranked number 7 in Class A. First time in some time that they have been ranked. Of course, dropped down from Class AA last year. Here's a shot right on, rebound loose in the circle. Finally picked up and cleared. It'll come all the way back down the ice, and it's going to come right on goal. Dodig leaves it behind the net. And now they step to center ice. Pass to the near side, and it's Owens over the line. Owens shoots. He's well wide to the far side. And a centering pass is picked up, and here's Smith. He had it poke checked off his stick by Siegfried, and now here comes Owens back over the line for Cretin-Derham Hall. Owens drops, Dodig shoots, save made. Puck off to the far boards, and it's back to Dodig at the right point. Stops with his skate, flattens, throws it in front, bouncing puck, and one save made there. It was a good one on Swift, and it's finally cleared back into the Cretin-Derham Hall zone as Dodig will start back again on the left, and that's Anderson. Max Anderson looking to center it, and it's off traffic. It comes out to center ice, and Chaska plays it in. Shot from a sharp angle, goes around the net, and is going to come all the way back out to center ice. And Chaska's Riley Nahan plays it back in deep. Now Cahill throwing it ahead. That's going to be icing. There's no one in the vicinity with 12 minutes and 1 second left in the second period. Our first game today saw Eden Prairie beat Lakeville North 5-0. They held them to 10 shots on goal in that game. Pine City has defeated Breck up at Schwann's. North Shore and Somerset a 1-1 tie. Minnetonka 6-1 over Rogers. Now that's the final score from the Plymouth Ice Center. Shot winds up going wide of the goal from the face-off. Now cleared down. Engstrom feeds it around behind the goal, and now here they come again. Pass ahead is too far from Lippi, and it winds up in the corner. Now a centering pass is going to come all the way through to the left point. There's a shot right on off Engstrom, and a face-off coming. Shots are 5-0 in this period now for the Raiders, and 18-3 for the contest. La Crescent over Albert Lee, 2-0. Brainerd over Elk River, 2-0. Elk River over Brainerd, 3-2. Final score there. And St. Louis Park over Bloomington Jefferson, 7-2 at Doug Woog Arena this afternoon. South St. Paul, as always, showing the colors for hockey here with a winter break. Now LaPie in the corner. Moves around a man, gets to the slot, leaves a pass up the slot. Now Cahill takes the shot, save made, and a face-off is coming, and now we've got some pushes being exchanged. Another face-off coming. To the right of the Chaska goal. And Nate Charlton dismissed now. And LaPie will draw. And behind the net now. Coming in deep was Matthias on the forecheck. Comes up the boards now. Rink wide pass to the far side is going to wind up with Andy Brown. He shoots and a save made. Rebound out of the goaltender's reach. And then it's played around on the right side. It's going to be held in there by Luke Charlton. Now Matthias feeds it across, and that's loose. Follow-up shot is whizzed over the top. Didn't miss by a lot from Andy Brown. Now behind the goal off the boards, Nate Charlton centers it. And now into pinch is Charlton to try to hold the zone, and they do. Comes in front of the goal, and the 20s nearly come together as it's picked up by Kolazar and finally played out and into the Raiders' zone. Brown throws it across, and now it winds up in the left corner. Brown in to help out again, but they lose out. And Chaska will work the puck over towards the left point. It's going to be picked up there by Nahan. He can't control it. Out to center. Nahan ahead on the near wing. And now it's picked up by Autry. He comes over the line, and it's offside on the left. So we'll get a face-off. As we're under 10 minutes to go now in the second period, Chaska trailing 3-0. Chaska's lost 3 in a row. They're the only win of the season on December the 9th against Austin, a 9-0 win there. Then they play Lakeville North and Eden Prairie in this event, and then New Prague at home on the 4th of January. Out to center, here comes Chaska over the line. And now it's Schmieg. The wall. Good hard work there. Comes in front and the Raiders control. Dodig, a long pass, and here's Autry. Behind the defense, spins and sends a blind backhanded centering pass through, too far for Bennett. Now behind the net. Autry there. Lost possession. Comes to the near side boards and now played back behind. But Severson is going to get there first for Chaska. Now it winds up behind the net. Finally played on out to center ice and shot back in. As Chaska Schmieg tried to chase it. Now he does go after it down the far side in the Raiders zone. He centers it and winds up going wide. Out to center, 3-on-3. But they're changing, so over the line, a centering pass, and what a great chance for Nate Charlton as he came in and had a couple of shots. Might have been in a bit too deep, but some nice work anyhow. And Nesai made the save. Finally, the puck is iced. Coming up on the halfway point of this contest, 3-0 Cretin-Derham Hall. Here's a shot. Pad saved by Nessheim off the stick of Engstrom. Battling behind the net, and Cretin-Derham Hall will pick it up. Here is Nate Charlton throwing it through, and now Cloak will play it back. Engstrom. Cloak trying to hold the zone and can't. It comes out to center. And Nate Charlton finally fishes it up and feeds an open wing. He's over to the right side and now banked off the boards to center where it's Pekarik in control. And then he plays it on into the zone. Chaska trying to catch up to it now as it winds up playing ahead. And here's Nate Charlton going in. He dragged once, twice, follow up, and tripping over the puck before he could shoot was John King. And now out to center ice. Here comes Chaska back. And this is Donovan Madsen over the line. Leaves a drop pass, and it's loose in front. Nobody home. Finally, it's cleared, but not out. Off a stick to the far boards. And Chaska trying to make something happen off the bench. They close in, and right off the bench, it was Dylan Rucker going straight for the net, and nearly had a payoff there as the puck comes to the right side, and Cretin-Derham Hall throws it ahead. Pass is blocked on its way to Evans. And now here comes Chaska back in over the line. That's broken up. And Owens will start back. To the right, Anderson has half a step, closes in. Anderson shoots. And a save made by Nessheim. Now an angled centering pass comes to Brown in the circle. His shot might have hit the post. And now controlled there. Here's Brown again. And that went off sticks and behind the net. Finally swatted behind the goal by Severson. 6:45 to go in the period. And now the Raiders pick it up and play it on out to center. Cahill can't control. And now Chaska coming back. Over the line, a drop pass. And that's Owens. He shoots. He scores through a screen. Owens. And it is 4-0 for Cretin-Derham Hall. I don't believe that touched anybody. Owens would be his first goal of the season, if that in fact holds. 10 minutes and 35 seconds of the second period is the time of the goal, and the Raiders lead by 4.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal is second of the game. It's number 9, Easton Swift. Assist to number 11, Chuck Owens, and number 27, Luke Charlton. That's Swift from Owens.
Well, they did say Swift touched it. The official pointed at Owens originally, but the goal's given to Easton Swift, his second of the game and fourth of the year. And in any event, it's 4-0. Less than 6 minutes to go in the period. Now banked up the boards, and here's Smith. To Dodig, who will turn back. Dodig gets the line. Still in possession, going right in on goal, and he scores! Oh my goodness. What an effort by Dodig. Referee a little bit late getting there, but he went around behind the net and tucked the backhand in to make it 5. Jimmy Dodig, his first goal of the year. And that was a wonderful piece of skill from him at 11 minutes and 26 seconds. Now we got a change in goal for Chaska.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal, so by number 24, Jimmy Dodig. Assist to number 9, Easton Swift. That's Dodig from
Swift giving an assist to get him the puck to start with, but the coast-to-coast really did it for him. And here's Nate Charlton over the line. Cuts to the slot, closing in, and that winds up going behind the net, and now we get a whistle. And a goal now for Chaska is Logan Hutchings, number 33, 0-2. 10 goals on 76 shots. Coming into this game, 4.93 goals against average. And no shutouts. 5:07 to go. Shots are 14-0 in the second period for Cretin. And now Chaska starts up with a pass up the middle. It's bouncing. They're going to have to pick it up from the red line. It's played on in, and that's going to be an icing call as Soderstrom is on his own side of center ice. 4:55 left in the second period. From the draw, a shot taken there by Cahill, sticked away by Hutchings, and we'll get a face-off. Chaska back in over the line. Here's a shot right on. And a nice play by Gurley to give himself a chance there as he came over the line. Finally wound up settling for a shot from about 40 feet. And Owen Nelson made the save. And that's the first shot on goal of the second period for Chaska. It comes with 4:36 remaining in the period. Now cleared around behind the net to the far side, and it's Max Bennett. Forced back. Brown. Think wide pass, and it's going to be tipped back into the zone by the Hawks. Played back into the right corner. And going after it there, Luke Charlton. He'll stop behind the net. The near side, Newton plays it ahead, and now over the line is Bennett, and it is offside. As Autry was in a little bit too early. Stick save off the stick of Bennett from the faceoff. And the Raiders hold the zone. It's picked up there by Pekarik. Goes up the wall, and now rink wide pass to center. Finds Gurley, goes over the line, makes the defender fall, and now it's between skates there. And here's Newton over the line. Leaves it at the boards, and now it winds up back in the corner. Newton goes after it. 3:14 to go. Loose at the right edge, loose in front, and the goaltender down. I think it's underneath him. And so does the referee, so he blows play dead. Smith will draw for Chaska against Nate Charlton. Play in the right corner, and Nahan to center ice. That's stolen away, and now here comes Gurley in, and he has tried to cut to the slot. Dispossessed, loose in the slot, backhanded shot, and Smith had a good chance, and he was stopped there by Owen Nelson, and now back comes Cretin-Derham Hall over the line. And Severson trying to find it. It winds up in the corner. And finally behind the net. Outlet pass to the right point, picked up there. And a shot. Changes direction and goes wide. It's played to the right point. Siegfried trying to hold it in. Well, winds up in the corner. And a centering pass. Oh, that's a great stop against Dawson Cloak. Owens from the faceoff. I'll try to get a return pass, and Severson got there first, plays it around the boards. 2:10 left in the second. And out to center. Picked up and played back into the zone by Engstrom. Now cleared around on the far side. And Cretin-Derham Hall will break out. Cahill. Now to Owens, going in, takes the shot, and Hutchings didn't buy the head fake, went to the short side and made the save. Owens again. Centers it. That's not stoppable. It's a goal to make it 6-0. They just took it right to the net, and it's the hat trick for Easton Swift, who puts himself in the net as well as the puck, and it's now 6-0. So the time is 15:18. Owens will get one assist. But Easton Swift has come in and more than doubled his goal total today.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal, his third of the game, is going to 9, Easton Swift. Assist to number 11, Chuck Owens. Number 14, Felix Cahill.
And an assist also given to Cahill. We come up on 90 seconds to go. Long pass, and it's a breakaway. Matthias closing in, tied up from behind. Shot goes wide, and we're going to have a penalty as Pekarik really had no choice there. And he will go for hooking. Third penalty in the game, all against Chaska. And the time of the penalty is 15:42. And it's power play number 3, as I mentioned, for here's a shot right on from the faceoff. And it's cleared all the way down the ice. Going back forward for the Raiders is Siegfried. And we get a whistle as Ty Smith went back in behind the net. Got upended. Face off with 1:05 to go in the period. And behind the net, Siegfried has it, last minute of play, and here they come. Power play pass to the right and over the line, and Owens tips it ahead and can't catch up to it. It's cleared all the way down the ice. Chaska looking for its third straight penalty kill. Siegfried behind the goal with 43 seconds in the period. Tries the near side. And Owens can't control in the center circle. Siegfried carries on and will bring it over the line. Puts on the brakes on the half wall. Now over to the near side, Anderson. Plays it beside the net, gets it back on a return pass from Owens. Now Siegfried over to the left point, gets it back, leaves for Anderson. Closing in, shoots, split save there by Hutchings. And the puck has cleared the length of the ice. And that will do it for the second period. The third will start in running time with a 6-0 lead as Cretin-Derham Hall comes back for one more rush. Here's Lepai throwing it across. Nate Charlton centers it, and that's going to do it for the period. Cretin-Derham Hall scores 3 more, and they lead at 6-0. The shots on goal in that period were 22-2 for the Raiders. They have outshot Chaska 35-5 through 2 periods of play. Swift, Dodig, and Swift scoring the goals. Hat trick for Easton Swift in this game, and it's 6-0 Cretin after 2. We'll come back with third period next. This is the Tradition Holiday Invitational on the Youth Hockey Hub.
We're with Dr. Sarah Leonard here in Prior Lake for the Tradition Holiday Invitational. Thanks for coming out and watching some hockey today, Sarah.
Yeah, it's really fun to be here, and it's just such a strange year. You walk in the door to actually see ice. There's nothing outside.
Yeah, there is no ice, there's no snow outside. But it's fun. You get to a lot of different sporting events. You've been multiple sport. You're a multi-sport doctor, right? You get to
Correct.
see everything in all 4 seasons, correct?
Yeah.
You said you're a basketball player. Is there a favorite sport of yours?
Basketball was definitely
Basketball?
my
Did you play
sport.
too?
I did. I played in college for
Where
a
did you
couple of
play?
years at the College of St. Benedict's.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good deal. And you've been a doctor now for how long?
I've been a doctor for 21 years.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
And
Getting older.
and my guess is what you were practicing 21 years ago, and today there's probably been a lot of changes back and forth.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing other than pickleball has become the new sport of champions.
Yes.
And we see a lot of pickleball athletes is just this sport-specific kind of overtraining that's
Yeah.
happening with the youth and at a pretty alarming young age, too.
No, it isn't just hockey, correct? You're seeing it
Correct.
all sports or single sport focused. Is the single
Yes.
sport focused or just overdoing any sport?
I think it's overdoing any sport, but it is a lot of single sport focus, especially the bigger schools here in the Twin Cities. I think it's really hard for kids to be able to be relevant in a lot of different sports. I think the kids who can be multi-sport athletes are pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Either they put in a significant amount of time or they're just the real athletic kids that can stay relevant in all of their sports.
I'm glad you used the word relevant because there's kids out there, they're basically playing the sport 3 to 4 months out of the year, for
Yeah.
example. And they're playing
Yeah.
against a kid who's playing 11 months out of the year.
Right.
It's kind of
Right.
unfair in some.
It's tough. It is tough. I mean, the colleges want to see multi-sport athletes.
They say that, right?
Right. Parents say they want their kids to be multi-sport athletes, but we're not walking the walk. We're not talking the talk. You know what I mean? It's just.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, we're putting our kids in training for their sport. We're having them in, for example, AAU basketball, and then
Yeah.
you have your regular basketball, and then you do training the rest of the year. And so, I mean, I've seen my kids go through that too. And so then what I'm seeing in my practice is you're getting these tween kids, that still have open growth plates that are having these injuries and at a really young age, a lot of overuse.
I want to dig a little bit further into the growth plate injuries.
Yeah.
Because I'm not very smart, you explain to us that might not understanding some of the technical terms of the growth plate injury and what causes.
Yeah. So the growth plate is the area of growth in the bone where you're either lengthening the bone or there's a different kind of growth plate called an apophysis, so it's contributing more to kind of the contour of the bone.
Right.
And unfortunately, some of those apophyses are where we see our tendons insert.
And they just pull off the
They
bone.
just get fatigued over time with constant repetitive contraction of that muscle pulling on the tendon, and it just fatigues and it breaks. And you get what's called an avulsion injury where that tendon just pulls a piece of bone along with it.
That does not sound like it's
Not a fun injury. It's not a fun injury to diagnose because a lot of times the treatment for that is rest, which these kids don't want to do. Their parents don't want to do. They're worried they're going to
Coaches don't want to do it. Yeah.
Yep. And so a lot of it is, up to 12 weeks of rest for some of the major ones.
And then this is actually what you do. We haven't gotten to that. You
Yeah.
do non-surgical, and you have
Yeah.
a word, a really long word, like 5-6 syllables. It seems. What
Yeah.
is the technical term of what you do?
Non-surgical musculoskeletal sports medicine.
That's more than 4 syllables.
Yeah.
That's way past my pay grade here as the interviewee. Well, thank you for that. So
Sure.
tell me about that, though. Tell me about
Yeah.
how you do these
Yeah, it's a
non-invasive stuff.
really fun practice. So I see athletes of all ages. Like I said, I have pickleball athletes.
Yep.
And I have,
They want to keep pickling.
Yep,
right?
they do. They absolutely do. And athletes of all ages. But I also see people with arthritis and other injuries. Nice thing about the weather right now is we don't see the slip and fall injuries that we normally do this time of the year. But when it comes to the sports medicine side of things, I see anyone that's involved in sports and has an injury or is having pain, and we can help diagnose those injuries, treat them, get them rehabbed, slowly kind of advance them back into their sport. It's a really fun and very rewarding.
I was going to say, and that is your reward, is
Yeah.
taking athlete X and taking them from injury to rehab to maybe a non-invasive treatment and getting them to a point where they can point in the right direction.
It's just so rewarding to see people be active and playing the sports that they love or the recreations they love to do.
Yeah,
It's a great thing to do.
It definitely is. I am now smarter. I now know bigger words as a result of it.
Well, there you go.
Thank you, Sarah, for being here.
Absolutely.
Sarah
Thank you.
Leonard from
Thanks.
Summit Orthopedics.
It's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brewpub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brewpub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brewpub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Back at Dakota Arena as we get ready for the third period. 6-0 the score. Cretin-Derham Hall over Chaska. Jeff Pape is with you, the second of 4 today. We'll take a break to resurface the ice and throw some food in our faces. It's time for St. Thomas Academy in Prior Lake, and then at or about 7:15 we wrap up the night with Edina and Moorhead. 42 seconds of power play remaining for the Raiders as the second period starts, but we have a 6-goal margin, so we'll start the third period in running time. Here we go. Doting plays over to the far side, and now I'll go back behind the goal, and they'll set up a power play rush. Doting feeds it out, and here's Matthias through center, over the line, comes to the right, and then the shot winds up going behind the net. A good chance there for Max Bennett. Now loose along the boards. Bennett again. Swift cuts for the net with 3 goals already. Now a drop. Here's Dodig high in the slot, flattens, and his shot is blocked. And Chaska will play it ahead as the penalty comes to an end. They come back to full strength right now, and the puck is to the left of the Cretin-Derham Hall goal. Dodig will take it behind the net. Swift along the wall, plays it back behind the net. Dodig kicks it to his stick blade and feeds the right. That wasn't a good pass, and it's played back behind the net by Madsen for Chaska, but now carrying on for Cretin-Derham Hall is Matthias. Over the line, threw it across, and he put it over the stick of Max Bennett, a little too far for him, and out to center ice. Now here's King over the line, and that was a unique way to stay on side on the far side of the ice as Matthias wound up sliding across the blue line. Now King banking it to the right point. Luke Charlton over to the near side. Brown can't get a clean stick blade on it. Now it comes loose in the corner. And again, King goes after it, cleared behind the net by Soderstrom. And up the wall, Chaska trying to get out. And they do get it to center. And Soderstrom plays it ahead, and we get a whistle. We come all the way back. Soderstrom second leading scorer on this team. Ty Smith with 8 points leads them with 4 goals and 4 assists. And Soderstrom has 4 goals and 2 assists. Now played behind the net, too far for Swift. It comes to the near side, and Colasar will play it ahead. It comes all the way back into the Raiders zone. And Luke Charlton takes it behind the goal. Out the near side, or far side rather, then he plays it ahead. That is loose now on the near side. Picked up by Cretin-Derham Hall's Max Anderson. Plays it in off the end boards that Karen picked up by Pekarek. And now clearing around behind the net from Owens to the right point, and here's Cahill trying to get it across to Engstrom. He limps it over there, now picked up finally. Anderson drops it back. Here's a shot. That might have caught the mask. Follow-up shot for Anderson goes wide. As the first shot from Cahill came in and went high. Now cleared to the far boards, and a hit thrown there by Anderson against Pekarek. And it's dug out. Swift centers it, and Engstrom could not play it with his skate to his stick. Retreats to the point, gets it, and clears it rink wide anyway. Now Pekarek in the zone, and Swift chasing him behind the goal. Pekarek banks it off the glass, but it's held in by Engstrom, and finally comes out to center where Owens has it. And Chaska finishing a change, and a pass for Owens in the zone, just a little too far. He swats it around the official behind the net. And now played back to the right point. Down the wall for Autry. And Pekarek threw a hit behind the net, now loose. And it comes on out to center ice. Unable to hold it there was Cahill. Now Anderson plays it back in for the Raiders. Then leaves a drop pass for Dodig off the bench. Here's a shot and a save made by Hutchings. Off to the near side. It's chopped around behind by Engstrom to the far side. Held in there by Sean Newton. Loose to the circle. And finally it's picked up and cleared all the way down the ice. Chaska can get a stoppage that they can use, and we'll get a face-off with 12:34 to go and the clock moving here in the third period with a 6-0 lead for Cretin-Derham Hall. Took them 11 minutes to score this game, but then they scored 3 goals in 4 minutes in the first period. They scored 3 goals in 4.5 minutes in the second period. So streaky play, but very good for Cretin-Derham Hall today. Centering pass, loose at the circle. And now Siegfried drops it back. Dodig shooting. Save made and a face-off coming up. Clock moving now with under 12 minutes to play. Now Newton will come in and draw against Ty Smith. And in the right corner, it's played around behind the net. And that's Autry. Drags it into the circle. Bennett tries to shoot and can't. Played around behind and going after it there is Severson. And we got a penalty upcoming. We have a slash. And is going to go against Cretin-Derham Hall, their first penalty of the day. Penalty is on Sean Newton, excuse me.
Cretin-Derham Hall's number 12, Sean Newton, 2 minutes score slashing. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of penalty, 6:02 of the third.
6:02 of the third period. First power play for Chaska. And now it winds up in the corner. Chaska has scored 3 power play goals on 16 attempts. Raiders have killed 19 out of 24. Now over to the near side. And Chaska's Ryan Jurley gets a hard hit in against the boards. And Ty Smith trying to play it in now, does get it back on the right, and Smith will bring it over the line and then swat it in deep. Dodig in the left corner reverses up the wall, and it's held by Smith at the point. And now Chaska centers, and it comes all the way through, and Smith won't be able to reach this when it comes out to center. First half of the power play gone. 9:50 to play. And now over the line, here comes Cloak for Cretin-Derham Hall, and he winds up playing it back to the point, and it got past Brown, comes all the way back. Goaltender out to swat it ahead, and Chaska trying to stay on side. Now they lose possession, and the puck is cleared all the way down the ice and right onto the goaltender, Hutchings. 30 seconds in the power play. You know, Cretin, about the only thing that they have had any issue with today is their power play. They came in 1 for 17, and they're 0 for 3 so far. Cleared around to the far side, and the Raiders will clear all the way down the ice. 10 seconds in the power play. And now out to center. Over the line, here's Chaska, and this is Madsen trying to put it in front, and it comes all the way through. To the far side, Anderson there, rink-wide pass for Engstrom. Coming up on the halfway point of the third period, again in running time with a 6-0 score. Here's Anderson shooting. Stick save there, and the rebound is cleared, but not out. At the right point, Anderson tries to hold it in, and now it's poked at, and finally it is cleared out of the zone by Pekarik. And now back into the zone comes Engstrom. Long pass, gets away from Swift, goes the length of the ice for an icing call against Cretin-Derham Hall with 8:20 to go. And the clock moving. Now back behind the goal, and Engstrom for the Raiders plays it ahead, and it's going to wind up running into the Chaska zone. Severson in the right corner, pass a little bit strong from Nahan. Now played up the wall, and Chaska will play the puck to center ice, and over the line. They're still hustling, though. Here's Jurley. Centers, they score, and Chaska gets on the board and restores stop time. Tyler Schmieg tipping the puck in at the far post, and it is 6-1. Fifth goal for Schmieg. .9:25 is the time of the goal of the third period, and Chaska gets one to restore stop time. It's a 5-goal lead now, 6-1.
Chaska goal, so number 21, Tyler Schmieg. Assist number 39, Ryan Gerald. And number 15, Ty Smith. That's Schmieg from Gerald and Smith.
Smith also gets an assist, and they score right back on the next rush down the ice as Vezi Lepai picks the top corner to make it 7-1. Well, that didn't take long. The goal's just 15 seconds apart. Schmieg for Chaska from Jurley and Ty Smith, and now Vezi Lepai has scored his third goal.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal, by number 25, Messinger. Assist number 20, Marcus Matthias. That's
Lepai for Matthias at 9:40, and we're back to running time. And now Dodig trying to play it ahead. Has to come back for it. Now back to the near side, Lepai. Nate Charlton goes over the line and then lost possession. The puck is cleared out to center. Now Dodig. Back over to the far side. Luke Charlton started and then stopped. Back over to Dodig. And over the line they come. Matthias in the circle, centers it, they score, I think. Yes, they did. It was knocked in by Nate Charlton. It was right on the line, and the referee waved it as a good goal. Nate Charlton's second goal of the game. drop the puck with just less than 6 minutes to play.
Cretin-Derham Hall goal is second of the game, scorer number 4, Nate Charlton. Assist to number 20, Marcus Matthias. And number 24, Jimmy Dodig. That's Charlton for Matthias and Dodig. Time of goal, 10:33 of the third period.
10:33 is the time. And it's now 8-1 with 5.5 minutes to go. Puck cleared rink wide to center. And Pekarik will play it to the line. Can't quite get it there. And now here they come again. A shot and a save made with a glove. The rebound chance is scooped up nicely by Logan Hutchings. Couple of good chances there for Max Bennett, and we'll wind up with a face-off in the Chaska zone with 5:07 to go. And it's Pekarik taking it behind the goal for Chaska. Banks it off the boards and out to center ice. Luke Charlton playing it ahead. King survives a run in there. Now here's a chance in tight, and Cloak puts it over the crossbar. Now a shot from the left point is held as Brown took the shot and Hutchings scooped it up to make the save with 4.5 minutes to go now. So Chaska scores to restore running time, and then Cretin-Derham Hall scores twice in a span of 53 seconds to restore it and then some. And the puck cleared back into the Cretin-Derham Hall zone is going to come on goal. And now picked up there by Mason Gutowski, number 43. And there's a shot that goes wide from Soderstrom. And now cleared out to center for King. Pass to the left. And a return pass is intercepted by Soderstrom, but Cretin-Derham Hall keeps possession, and it's Cloak trying to center, comes to the circle. Here's a shot and a save made as Cahill snuck in for a good chance. Now over to Engstrom. Cloak. 3:28 to go. And now it's picked up by Chaska. And cleared to center ice by Madsen, and now over the line they come. Long shot. Oh, it's behind the goaltender, lying right on the line, and he wound up falling backwards on it. He had about 98% of it stopped, and the remaining 2% wound up behind him. Good chance there as Gutowski not giving up. 3 minutes to go. Now played around on the near side and out to center. Shot right back in by Dylan Rucker behind the goal. Engstrom after it with 2 purple shirts. And now the Raiders will dig it out on the near side. And Cahill plays it ahead. Anderson over the line. And now a rink-wide pass. Cahill can't control it. And Kinnaman overskated. It came out to center ice. And here's Engstrom over the line. He tries to close in, and then it goes off the skate of Cole Severson. Still in the zone, though. And now picked up by Engstrom. Top of the circle, and he golfs one wide of the goal with 2 minutes to go. Owens plays to the dot, shoots right on, and a save made by Hutchings. Shots on goal are 47-7. Which means they are 12-2 in this third period for Cretin-Derham Hall, which has been comprehensive and will go to 4 wins and 3 losses. Now behind the net, Lepai. They try to dig it out. Finally, Matthias comes in to help, and it winds up at center anyway. Now rink wide into the Chaska zone, and after it there is Pekarik. And that winds up going over the glass and out of play as it was deflected by Matthias. With 1:05 to go and the clock moving. Face-off coming up to the left of the Chaska goal. They try to pick their way in front through Marcus Matthias, and it winds up going behind the goal to the far side. Dodig at the right point takes a bump, feeds the puck low, and that's Lepai with it. And it's intercepted, and Smith down the far side for Chaska, over the line, bumped at, and Gurley unable to get there. And now it's picked up by Nate Charlton with 25 seconds to go to Lepai over the line. And Lepai tried to split the defense, picked up and then shot wide by Matthias. And the puck comes out to center with 18 seconds to go, played back into the Raiders' end. Siegfried will pick it up and leave it for Dodig in the right corner with 10 seconds to go. Now out to center, Nate Charlton. Over the line, broken up. Lepai carries on. That's broken up. And that is the end of the game.
Today's final score for Cretin-Derham Hall Raiders 8, the Chaska Hawks 1. Coming up next, we'll have our third.
So the final score 8-1 today. Cretin-Derham Hall scoring twice in the third period, and Chaska once. Shots 47-7 for this game, as shots are 12-2 in the third period for Cretin-Derham Hall. Easton Swift has been named the player of the game for a hat trick, not surprising. They built a 6-0 lead on 3 goals by him. Nate Charlton, Matthias, and Dodig also scoring for the Raiders in the third period. It was Tyler Schmieg breaking the shutout bid for Chaska at 9:25, but then Busy Lepai at 9:40, and then Nate Charlton scored the first and last goals of this game, picks up his 4th of the year at 10:33, and that ends at 8-1. Cretin-Derham Hall goes to 4-3, and Chaska drops to 1-7. We're going to take a break now and come back with our third game, start of the evening session. St. Thomas Academy will take on Prior Lake, the host team. Should be a fun one. We'll see you for it here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ, or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
I think anytime you're beginning a season or beginning a new sport where maybe you haven't been as well conditioned as later in the season or near the end of the year, that's when you're going to be most prone to overuse types of injuries. That's going to be sprains and strains and tendonitis and stress fractures. And so I think it's most important to kind of slowly ramp up into an activity and build your volume in a stepwise way instead of jumping in all at once.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic Northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
Brew Pub Pizza is specifically designed with the hungry in mind. It's big, it's bold, and it's outrageously delicious. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies, topped with over a half pound of real Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. When you're looking for the ultimate pizza adventure, when you crave a really serious pizza that brings the great Brew Pub experience, this is the one. Pick it up today at your favorite local grocer. Brew Pub Lotta Matza Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.